Alright guys, we got Alliance War number 8 in Season 31. We're going up the middle on Path 5. We got Stealthy, Guillotine 29, and Diablo. And you know what? Our boy Kingpin for Path 9 was banned this war. So we had to think on our feet this one and come up with some old school and new school opportunities in terms of counters, and let's see what we can do here. So we've done this fight before. You know what I'm doing here. I'm not knocking down this hit monkey. I can take out the damage even though he's got the protection. It's ebb and flow knockdown. I don't have to worry about it. I'm speeding this fight up. I am boosted for the fights. I speed up the fights because I have so many. We got 17 fights this war because I run 2 accounts in the same battle group. Both are my accounts. One is just a little bit older than the other. But here, the goal here is really we're just going to have to go ahead and build up to a special 3. We can just go ahead. I did have to push him to a special 2, and we just took some block damage there. Not a big deal. I think I actually barely used any items this war, which was pretty awesome. Sometimes I go through quite a bit, and this one not so much. But we had to kind of use our brain a little bit, use some strategy, you know, a lot of planning for myself and other guys in the battle group, trying to figure out what's our best counters going to be for certain fights. And yeah, some stuff went really, really well, and maybe some stuff didn't. We're going to have to find out. So here, again, nothing too exciting. We're just waiting for the magic 5%, because with Guillotine 2099, she ramps up kind of like Aegon or Star-Lord, where the more hits in your combo meter, the harder she's hitting, and she gets to start with 100 combo if you finish with a special 3 in the previous fight. So there we go. Next, I actually chose to do, usually I bring Magneto. Magneto was not banned, but this ebb and flow knockdown heavy hitter, I decided I am going to go with Diablo, because I wanted Diablo for other fights that you will see. And so I actually used 2 of his pre-fights, so he won't hit as hard, but I'm going to have some potential backup that when I use my special 1, I am going to be able to have heal back some of the energy damage. So in terms of high ground damage, he's a great defender, and I want to have the potential nullify up there to get rid of his any buffs from Nova, so that I can actually hit him without worrying about the auto blocks too bad. So here he's being really nice to throw his specials. I'm getting my combos in now. I know at the beginning I can't really parry him that well. I'm not great at the re-parries. I don't really want to take too many blocked hits anyways. So, but once I get this going, and once he starts throwing some specials, we can counter them and we can get this thing rolling. Diablo, super sustainable champion. I know people like to talk that you have to have the damaging masteries, and I don't even have willpower on this account. I don't have the damaging masteries on this account, and as you can see here, even though I take some hits with Diablo, he's getting some healing all the time, and all you can do is after special 1s, if I sit back and let him drink the concoction, then watch that little regen pop up, and that's, even without willpower, that's a nice regen. And there he goes. Barely lost any health there overall. Then we have a Captain Marvel movie. I believe this one is Ebb and Flow Knockdown and Power Focus 1. Again, even though I'm putting poisons and she's poison immune, it doesn't matter, because I'm a Mystic champion. She's going to be taking extra damage on basically all my hits there. You can see those big red, like those extra red numbers. No problem there. I'm going to drink another concoction. I'm going to heal back up. And again, if I knock her down, I can do even more damage. And I'm pretty good at evading Captain Marvel movie special 1. And because it's Power Focus 1, I don't even want to deal with her special 2. So this is great. So I can just keep hitting into her. Not a problem. And there we go. I think we actually healed up that fight, which is great. All right, now on to Path 9. We're going old school. We're going Iceman for Section 1, which is Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Poison. He's Incinerate and Poison immune. This torch fight actually was worse than I thought it was, but like right away, right off the bat, I almost took off 10% in like 9 hits, and I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be really good. But then that was one of the few times this war where like my parry did not work, and I kind of needed all that. I really needed as much health as I could here because he is a high ground defender, but I wasn't really thinking about it that much. Now again, this is not a perfect counter to Torch here because he's actually immune to my Frostbite and Cold Snaps. So really, I'm just trying to out muscle him just with basic hits. And you can see here, I just at a certain point, I'm like, okay, I got to keep getting to those 10 combos. I got to keep removing any high ground charges because every time he throws that special one into the block, it's going to be taking off quite a bit of damage. So this was kind of who can put the most damage in first type of deal. You know, I can't really prevent too much damage from this guy. Again, luckily, no high ground charges on that special 2. We're going to just drop a special 3 here. I know I can't really do too much extra damage with Iceman here, but he's just a nice, fine counter. Don't have to worry too much about the extra Incinerate damage. Because I think what they did is they actually banned Red Hulk, Kingpin, and Ghost. So lots of, it looks like Path 9 was targeted here. So we're just going to heal up Iceman. We got Domino here. I used to do Iceman against Domino on Hazard Shift all the time. The beauty is you can get those Cold Snaps on to help with some of the evades. But she can still get you. She can still remove stuff there. I kind of forgot about, I should have waited because of this is Feats of Indestructible 1. So when you get to 1 bar of power, she's going to get Indestructible boost. So you can see that first time I forgot about it. Second time here, okay, I wait for it to be finished. Then I can get off a nice special one. So I can't really do any like ability accuracy modifications similar to what I would do with Kingpin. So here I just have to wait out that timer every single time. There we try to get some decent damage with the special 2. Really, ideally, I want to get a couple like Cold Snaps and get that heavy attack or Frostbite charges and detonate them with the heavy. But again, sometimes Domino, it's hard to get the the stun there, but we get it there. There we go. Get like 4 Frostbite charges there in one shot. Have to wait out the Indestructible boost one more time. And I think this is going to be good enough. Yeah, there we go. So Iceman puts in the work. All right, now we're going to hop on. We have this Professor X on Mixmaster. And again, another high ground defender. I've done this fight in previous wars with Diablo. So again, we did put on the pre-fight to absorb, like that we can regenerate back 70% of any energy damage taken while we're drinking, after you've used the special one, while we've got the concoction active. But here, really nice. I played this one really well. Every time that his falter timer was down, we made sure to trigger it. Here, nice clean evades on his special one. There you can see I go in, get the falter timer removed. Now we can go back and cycle between like parry medium light mediums and parry heavies. All right, we are going to get one nice big special 3. With Diablo, you can really only do 1 special 3 per fight. Then you can't get back up to a special 3, so might as well use it. Some nice damage there on his special 3. And I get a whole bunch of poisons. And that's going to come back to bite me in the butt later in this war because of how many debuffs he actually puts on his special 3. And I almost screw up big time because of that. So think about that later because he puts on like 11 poisons on his special 3. But here, this one works out really, really, really well. If you look at the health bar, I'm sitting comfortably at almost a full yellow bar. And down goes that Professor X. Really clean fight there. Continue up path 5. Now we got the charge with Guillotine 29 earlier on the Hit Monkey. Now we have this Footloose, Kinetic Transference, Crumbling Armor, Mysterio. Now I did use the attacker tactic that when I put a heavy attack, when I have an armor up, then I apply a slow. This node does have Crumbling Armor, so I do have to be careful that I have to keep getting hits in, or else if I lose my armor up and I throw a heavy attack, it's not going to apply the slow. Now here I am just trying to spam special ones, keep him power controlled, and look how much damage he's doing. He's not even throwing a special. Not a single special, I think, this entire fight. We're just going to keep him power locked into the wall. 35 hits. Mysterio's done. No Footloose to worry about. Awesome fight. Next, I make sure that my pre-fight for Stealth Spidey, that the slow is active with the web foam. So I backed out, went back in, made sure that it was working. Go in here against this ebb and flow intercept thing, and different than the previous war, he does not have the mighty charge, so he cannot remove the slow debuff. So this is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead, get a slow debuff on, get the extended slow duration with the special 2. Then I just am going to try and see if I can build up to a special 3 by using this extended timer, plus I have one more charge left to reapply. Plus what I was saying earlier, as soon as I get one intercept, which I get right there, every time I dash back with Spider-Man 2099, it pauses the passive Furies. So I can actually keep the Fury from the ebb and flow intercept for I think for the rest of the fight. So instead of it like disappearing quickly, I can keep it for the entire rest of the fight, and I'm hitting super hard the entire time, which is a really awesome mechanic with Stealth Suit Spider-Man and passive Furies. So there you go. We reapply our slow with the special 3. We got all our charges back, and we just crush it. Wait out that special, and goodbye Thing. Really nice fight there with Stealth Suit Spider-Man. All right, next we have Kitty Pryde. Now we're going in with Guillotine 2099, Ebb and Flow Intercept. Now the goal with Kitty, like we've done in the past with Guillotine, you don't want to give her prowess, because then she goes invisible. And the way to stop that is you don't want to no critical hits and no parries. So you basically play this one stun immune, and Guillotine can't crit. So this is perfect. The fight almost goes great. In the previous times I fought her, I haven't gotten clipped by the special one yet, but there's always time for one right there, and I mistime that. I realize that I'm getting a ton of damage. I realize I can get back a little bit of adrenaline healing, which I do get back right there, and it's definitely going to help me throw that special 3. And now I just I do have the healing still to go back on. I see that I need to back off. I don't know her abilities that well, but it was putting on like a passive incinerate there for a second. So I'm like, okay, let me back off, make sure all the incinerates are gone, and then we'll go back in and start hitting again. So that kind of saved us, or else I think we would have just completely melted away. We do have the healing for Guillotine 2099 because I don't use any of her pre-fights. Her pre-fights can help you, but you reduce your armor, and you reduce the ability to regenerate a bunch of healing at 15%. So I usually keep them on, and I'd say 99% of the time I keep them on. But there, I do have that. I still have some health to play with, but I don't want to risk it here. And we do get this Kitty Pryde down. So close call, but we made it through with another solo. Here we go with Killmonger, and I go in Diablo. Now this one's Ebb and Flow Intercept, Mighty Charge, Crumbling Armor. Now I'm feeling if I take some reverb damage from this Killmonger, I'm basically healing the entire time. I should be able to counteract the reverb with my own healing. The only thing that I did not think about is that Killmonger gains power when you apply a debuff to him. Now, it doesn't seem like much when you're applying like 1 or 2 debuffs, like I'm doing here, where I put a few poisons on him, and it does push him to a special 2 a whole bunch this fight. But I decide at one point, which is I make a mistake, and I go, okay, let me try and get some big damage with a special 3. I probably should have continued with the special 1s, or even thrown a special 2. I didn't need a special 3, and that was my just a mistake there. I didn't need it. So I keep going this entire fight. I decide, okay, at a certain point, I decide anyway, I'm going to throw that special 3. Like here, again, no problem here. I'm getting the special 1s in. He is getting some willpower healing, so maybe that was my some of my thought process of, okay, fine, let's go ahead and build to a special 3, but I think the special 2 would have done a good enough job. I had gotten the intercept, the ebb and flow intercept there going. See there, I even do throw a special 2, but after that, I guess I felt I wasn't getting enough damage, so I figured, what the heck, let's go for the special 3, and that's almost going to be the end of me there. So like I'm saying, he's getting a lot of power from poisons from each debuff that I put on him. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, fine, let's go ahead, keep baiting these special 2s. Even that heavy attack got me a little close up against the wall. There, we get the intercept, and I go ahead and I figure, okay, let's bait his special here, take away his charges, drop a special 3, but I'm going to put on, like, he's less than a bar of power, and watch what happens when I put all these poisons onto Killmonger. Boom, instant special 3. This is terrible. So now I'm like, can I get him down before he drops a special 3? Try and hold block. No, he's going to throw that special 3. Luckily, I was close to 100% health. I'm down to like 44%. And you can see how ridiculous. We get some adrenaline healing, but Diablo is ridiculous. We're going to hold that special 1. So remember, we were at 44%. And now we're all the way, in a few seconds, back up to 70% here, and I think we're going to finish it just below or at 70, just below 70%, 69% there, which is pretty awesome to get the health back there. Take a special 3 and still keep going. All right, back on to path 9. So this now is Hazard Shift, Shock, and Bleed, but Magneto is not banned, and they put #Metal Champions on path 9, and Magneto is 90% bleed and shock resistant. So I did throw on a like a regen boost, but even after the regen boost disappears, you can see that when I take the bleed and the shock damage, one, there's less of a chance, I believe, that I'm going to get the bleed or shock damage because they are Doom's #metal here. Now this is one I open, so I cannot rely on my parry heavies here. I don't want to parry him at all. I'm basically playing this as a stun immune Doom, and I'm just going to rely on like my special 1s and just countering his special 1 the entire time. That's my plan at this point. I don't feel like I need to go for a big special 3. And you can see here, even with a couple shocks on me, and I don't even have full willpower, full points in willpower. I think I only have 1, maybe 2 points in willpower. It might just be the 1, and it's more than enough to get back the healing from the shocks. I'm sitting here at almost a full yellow bar. So even though I don't have my Kingpin that would usually come in and take these fights, Magneto does a fantastic job on the second half of Hazard Shift Path 9. Because, again, the 90% bleed and shock resistance is absolutely paying off. So there, almost, 99% we finished, and then we got a Dragon Man that we can stun this guy. And if you've seen me face Dragon Man with Magneto before, then as soon as I parry him and get rid of his power gain, or if I take a part of the special 1 on the block and get rid of it, now it doesn't come back for the rest of the fight. No power gain. Nothing to worry about. It's just Dragon Man. All we have to remember against Dragon Man is if I bleed him, then because he's bleed immune, he's going to take it. I'm going to armor break him instead, and I don't want to armor break him, so I can't use my special 1. I can't use my special 2. The only thing I can use is my special 3. And even still, I'm only using the special 3 because I'm probably going to kill him. So there he's at 50%. 1 special 3. Goodbye, Dragon Man. Magneto, the king. Now, this was the most annoying fight for me. I've done Mojo before. I've done him with Magneto before. And the RNG on this fight was ridiculous. He gets stunned right before I want to stun him. He gets hold block right as I go to block his... he gets hold block and then throws the special 1, and I hold it. Then he immediately follows it up with a dash back. everything worked terribly, and I just start getting hatreds. I start degenning like crazy. He's removing all of my prowess. This was a terrible fight for me. I try to get a special 3 off beforehand. I have never had this much trouble with Mojo, with Magneto before, and I tried to get the special 3 off. The bleeds would have killed him, but the degen got me, and someone else had to come in and finish that fight off. I was extremely disappointed. I've done that fight beforehand. Like, I've done it with other characters and have had so many less issues. Magneto, I've done against Mojo before without having those issues, and it was just, I take the L there. But it's okay. We've got a nice, beefy, like, I think this is a 6-star rank 3 Bishop. But I did take my Colossus up to rank 2. I was thinking about taking him up to rank 3. But this is a long fight. I sped it up for you. We've done this one last season. Last season, this was a popular fight. I did this one, like, I feel like, or maybe the last 2 seasons, I've done it at least like 10 times. So I can't slow this one down. I have to speed it up. Basically, the only issue here is that you can only do like 1% damage per hit. Other than if I parry and then hit, then I have a chance to remove the damage cap. So sometimes you'll see me, most of the time I'm hitting like 2 or 3k, and occasionally I can hit 6k on a hit. Now, the key here is that if he gets a regen, he goes unblockable. The only way that Bishop goes unblockable, or only way he's going to get the regen, is if he turtles up. So no hitting into the block. That's the key for this fight with Colossus. Do not hit into the block. Don't let him turtle up. Don't let him get a regen. If he does get a regen, hope that you don't have, hope that he's not at a special. And I don't want to deal with potentially an unblockable special 2. So I am just going to go sit here and take special 1s on the block the entire fight with Colossus. More than enough armor ups, even unduped, to handle this guy. I did throw that one special 3, but really it's just about parry and attacking in, and don't get caught hitting into his block. It's just a dance. It's 5 minutes of dancing around. Parry, attack in, maybe parry, throw a special 1, maybe parry, throw a special 2, parry, throw a combo. Doesn't matter. Just keep parry, hit in the entire time. Colossus is incinerate immune, so you don't have to worry about his incinerate that he'll put on you after he throws his special 1. So it's always a little dicey. You can see I'm just trying to get as much damage in. He does get willpower healing from every time I do parry, so because you're limited in how much damage you can actually do. But we get this guy down with 1.5 minutes left, more than enough time. Now we go on to Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison, Stun, Immune, Void. So I'm going in with Iceman. All I got to do here is watch my combo meter and try and get to my 10 hits every time he puts an intimidating debuff. So I'm keeping an eye on his chart, on that gray circle in the middle above Void. And I want to get, so right now I'm at 18. So you can see I bait out that, I wait a second, bait out that special 2. I'm at 19 hits, 20, remove that debuff. And so that's how I'm playing this one. I'm at 27. This one I went over, so that's fine. I'm going to try and evade and counter that special 1. No problem. That my special 1 gets me to 40 hits, removes another one. So I'm really trying my best here. So I back off and just do a 1-hit, bait his special 2, and now 50 hits, remove another intimidating debuff. So I felt extremely good. 50 hits in, and he's at 50%. We're doing a really nice job here. Again, nice combo up to over 60 hits. Perfect timing. Get rid of the intimidating debuff. And everything works out. I'm having like what feels like a flawless fight until I eventually, there's another 10 hits. Eventually, I think I get clipped by baiting is heavy. And let's see what we do here. There's another nice bait. There, we're just waiting it out. There's the intimidating debuff. 80 hits. Remove it. Perfect. Everything is going phenomenal here. Nice evade counter on his special 1. Again, we're at 92 hits, so now I'm kind of a bit out of sorts. And boom, I get clipped. And now he got his intimidating debuff on me. And now I'm just taking some damage. I am getting a little bit of willpower healing, but it is definitely not enough. But we counter right, we get it going, and we finish it off. Really, really happy with that old school Iceman hazard shift fights. Still got it. He definitely was my most used champion for hazard shift for the longest time. Now we have a stunning reflection super Skrull. We're going to take Diablo here. He's not poison immune, so the poisons are going to remove the stunning reflection, and he has parry like a stun vulnerability. So when I do realize when it's down, I did have to hit into his block to remove the falter timer that he gets. I do get clipped by his, I get parried by him twice, I think, in this fight, but doesn't matter. I'm getting healing the entire time. There you can see again, the stun timer is down, so I can parry and get tons of damage on these parry heavies. Look at that. 17k heavy attack. He's melting away with the poisons. I didn't hold I didn't wait after that special one long enough. There we no, we didn't hold it either, but it's fine. We're almost at 100%. Granted, I do get parried there one more time, but no problem. Diablo shreds that fight, and then we actually are going to use Diablo to take down the Magneto boss. We just top off our healing, and we do throw on the pre-fight that is going to let us recover back energy damage when we have used a special, like when we have a concoction active. And I don't think I end up using it in this one too much. Like I don't think I get clipped too badly. If I do get clipped once, again, I'm getting healing the entire time. The only thing is he is running willpower. He is getting some healing. So, he does. Maybe I should have used. I can't remember if I didn't use the nullify one as well. If I would have used the nullify one, maybe I would have been able to get rid of some of the like energy and physical resistance that he had. I don't think I was running that. I think I just used one, but I probably should have used the essence of null as well. Just looking back at the fight for next time, because this one just came down. This was just a very long fight. I do get off the special 3 pretty early, and then it's just a matter of intercepting and baiting his special 1 the entire time. It's a little bit of a long one. We do get the solo here, but I'm just thinking for next time I should probably have put on 2 of the pre-fights and sacrifice some of the attack damage for some of the utility in getting rid of his buffs. And if I would have gotten rid of the energy resistance more, I think I probably would have done more damage faster. So I think I'd try that next time. Other than that, just a little bit of dancing around. But you can see here, he's down to 60% at this point, and I'm at a full bar of power. So I don't think I finished with a full bar of power, but we're going to be close to it. I think I do get clipped at one point. Again, special 1, if I'm close to him, I'm attacking in afterwards. There, we got some nice intercepts. Similar to Kingpin, I feel pretty comfortable even with Diablo here, throwing those intercepts in on Magneto. Again, because he throws all energy damage, even if I do take a hit, I'm going to recover like 70% of it plus willpower healing. So I'm going to let the music play out here. But 17 fights, 1 unfortunate mistake on that mojo. I know there are definitely other options for that one, but I thought I could do it. It didn't work this time. But I'll take 16 solos for a war any day of the week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We had Kingpin on the shelf, but we still managed to get through it with some different champs. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next one.